Welcome back, YouTube. Job number 2. Let's get some gear out without trashing the van. Got to put an outside tap in. Stay tuned. Right, here we go in the customer's house. So we've got all of this, but you can't see any of that, can you guys? Put some light on the situation. So we've got all of this. So stopcock. Here we go. Before I go and put my phone all over YouTube. Mains incoming. What is that doing? So it's bonding something in the wall. Oh no, it's not. It's bonded there. Right, mains coming in. That's the hot bonded. Wants to be the cold bonded, I thought, but okay. Maybe that's bonded somewhere else. Right, main stopcock coming in, water is off. Do we need to drain down the hot? Yes, we do. So we are going to try and work out from the centre of this window, and then we're going to try and work out this height, and I'm going to come in line with that window reveal on the edge here, down here, and hopefully I can come out somewhere in the back here. See you in the next one. Right guys, so while that drains down, we are going to go outside, find this, and then we're going to come down 400 mil, maybe 300 mil, maybe 350. We'll go somewhere in the middle. We'll see what that looks like outside. Right, what a lovely wet day. Where's that tape measure gone? Here she is. Right. So I know that window reveal is about there. I know that window sill is basically the bottom of that. And we said about 400. So I'm going to go for 360. I might even go there. Massive thing to remember with this, guys. Check the plumbing inside and make sure that there's no plumbing in a drop inside the cavity of the wall or down the walls. I can see mine are going that way and they're running about here somewhere. Yeah, I'm drilling here, my pipes are running here somewhere into this corner. Let's make some noise. Bosh! Now going to change this drill bit and get the little one on the go. Man, we must have a big tank in this house. There we go, guys. Nice and neat. Clean through there. Always drill from outside in, because inevitably wherever your hole is it will blow, so better to have that on the inside where you can neaten it up than to ruin your external brickwork. So that's where our tap's going to come in. Right guys, you remember what I just told you about thread? Think about how that's going to turn in, so that as that's turning in it's locking and clamping tighter on itself. So if I'm holding it this way, I now want to go like that, as if I now want to go like this, so that when I screw this in it does up tight. We don't want no leakies. Leakies mean we get called back. Lovely. Now then, is what I like to do is thread this on first. Not really the best way to hold on to this, but here we go. It's a way. Right. Shh, don't do that. Oh, don't let the customer see that. Oh. Right. So now I've got that in there, nice and tight. So now we can come back to our hole. Bosh. True that up nicely. One there, and one there. Gentle with these guys. Last thing you want to do is blow these out. Can you even see me? Yeah, just about see me. Lovely. Uno. Dos. Tres. This is just a little samba. Bump, ba, 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 bump, 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 with all the typical drama. Bump, ba, 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 bump, bump, bump. Feel the rhythm of the samba. Da, 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 da. Wrong way round.
A few moments later.
Right, and before I do that,
One eternity later.
I like to pump this. Bosh. Right, so we've now got this piece in. The plan is to try and spur the cold up here and spur the hot up here and into a T. And then we can put some valves on here and then this customer can choose between hot and cold. See you in the next ones, guys.
Right, deep breath.
Wait till you see the. No.
Right, sort this out. Turn you off. Hopefully we can keep you. Yeah, you're on. Don't ask why I got the muffler on. I just thought, you know what? I thought, let's get some good audio. Right, so I didn't show you what was going on there because I was in a panic and a rush and a stress. Your Henry Hoover's not going to get you out of jail free. You're not going to complete Monopoly doing that. You're going to need a wet vac. So just don't attempt it. Just don't attempt it. I'm not encouraging you lot to attempt plumbing. If you copy me, that's on you. That's your risk. I'm just trying to educate and feed information to you guys. Please don't for any moment or second think I'm trying to boost your confidence and be like, yeah, be like me. Because I'm me, you're you. If we all put our problems and our situations in a hat, guarantee you take your own back. 22. I thought this is nice and big and I can waste some 22 fittings. So let's get a plumbing one. We will need that. We will need this. And we're going to show you these. So let's cover some plumbing basics so you guys can understand. I don't want to tell you how to suck eggs. Most of you probably already understand this, and tradies blatantly obviously understand that. Let me explain some stuff. You get soldered copper fittings. I don't have them, but you can get press fit fittings, and they've got a ring on them, and then press fit. These like John Guest, like Shark Bite push fit, they go on the end, and when they go on the end, they go down, and then you turn these that way to like lock them off, and then you can't then push that in, and then when you do, it bites. So I don't know if you can see in there very well, but essentially the more you try and pull that apart, the harder that bites on that fitting, the more it seals itself. Then olives, they go on. Don't think I've got anything in 22. Oh baby, we're in luck. So let me try and explain a compression fitting. Right, so you take a nut, you take your compression. That's not going to sit on there, is it? Let me do that. So there you can see a flange, like a 45. That goes on the pipe. The olive then goes in there to sit there, and then as this clamps and goes tight, this bit gets compressed inwards and then swells out because you're compressing it and making it curl. But we're here to teach you today about soldering. Teach, educate, explain. Not promote, just explain it. Give you a better understanding. Please give me some feedback. Drop a comment below if you like this kind of stuff. If you do, I've got tons more I can explain to you. So yeah, my world of information is obviously handyman information, but I politely promise you it's more than handyman information, because a handyman won't be able to explain this sort of stuff to you. So I said I was going to teach you some stuff, so then you're going to need like 22mm cutters. So let's take, I don't want to waste too much. Cool, I haven't used these in a while. Right. Why do we use 22? Well, you've got to use 22 cutters. Why do we use cutters? Right, because if I was to hacksaw this off, it wouldn't round that end, and that round on that end just means it just fits in there that little bit better. If that was all like rough, jagged, and you'd grinded through that or hacksawed through that, that wouldn't do that. Some people like deburr the inner bits. You probably should. I don't have the deburring tool. And then let's put another bit on there. This copper ain't cheap, guys, so you better smash that like button, you know, and drop a comment. You guys better make sure you're subscribed. We're going to use 22 because 22 is going to give a better, will show up on camera better how the solder goes round. Bigger diameter. Let me show you no water, then I'll deliberately put water, and then we'll flux up and do the joint properly. Brand new gas, just for you guys. Don't leave your torches on these bottles. But again, I'm not promoting DIYs to go out buying this stuff. Right, let's get set up somewhere, guys. If I'm to heat this up, this is what it'd sound like. In fact, I'll tell you what, I don't want to burn me mic, but here you go. See, that is just copper, that's just hot copper. Now, if we add water, you'll hear a crackle. Not very good, is it? Sure. Let's, there's a lot of water in there. Right, guys, there's a hell of a lot of water in there now. I'm exaggerating. Right, you can see that pouring out. This is what crackling sounds like. And can you hear that? That's the crackling, right? So when water gets hot, pressure expands. Car radiator, you ever undo the cap when it's... Don't be doing that. If you've ever experienced a blown radiator, but when you undo the cap on a radiator bottle, they warn you not to because there's pressure. And you can see the steam rising. So the steam is the pressure, and obviously it can evaporate out the pipes, but not quick enough. So what happens is when that water boils, pushes all the flux out of the joints, it goes to the nearest exit. So if it can exit through those joints, bosh, it's washed your flux out and you ain't going to win. So this is wire wool and this is an abrasive strip. So these are handy in the sense of if you've got, like, you see me earlier in the week, you got loads of paint, you see it's still even got water in there. These you would like back and forth, but I've only got one pair of hands. It's quite scratched, but that's a clean, yeah? Wire wool is a little bit softer, but all we need is a clean joint, a clean bit of copper. And you don't have to, but some people, just check your joint. You know, if you can see a bit of green in there, a bit of gunk, but if you're buying brand new fittings, you shouldn't have to do this. But I'm just doing it because we put the water in there and I want to make sure this bonds. Bit of a keyed surface in there. Right, I use this stuff now. I have previously, you can see that's old. I have previously used this stuff. So if I put this on here, here we go. So that's one joint. Now, the old dog and bone went there. Yeah, there you go. That's this stuff. Highly recommended by my mate John. That was John on the phone, actually. This stuff is self-cleaning, so I can't really I'll try and show you. In fact, I can show you. I know how I can show you. So I just want to make sure I've got enough on it. I'm exaggerating this, guys, because I'm going to show you something. So if you're an apprentice and you're trying to make better joints, I just like to do that. Then that puts that around there. And this here, that's going to go in there. Some people flux up everything and like, there's no right or wrong. You do whatever you want. You're just wasting a lot of flux. Right, guys, so we're now going to solder this joint up, and before I say any more, we're going to have to flick over to the slow-mo, and you should, just as I drag, let me show you, get this lead-free solder out, just as I drag this over here, you should just literally just see the solder go and go all the way around. Hope you guys enjoy. Right, guys, I hope that was quite a good explanation, and I hope as I touch there you see that solder just like and follows all the way around, because the solder pulls it all in. So guys, earlier in the video we was talking about this, I can't quite get it in shot, this self-cleaning copper stuff. This is what they're on about, and you don't want to do this when it's too hot, so I'm hoping this doesn't melt my brush, but this is what they mean by self-cleaning. See how that's changing colour? Just takes the puts the shine back on it and just restores the copper. So earlier I said about listen up apprentices, I'm going to teach you a good way of doing clean joints. So like, I'm just pulled that apart because that's singed and like melted away a little bit. It's not the best. So I'm just deliberately going to lava loads on it, and then what's going to happen is you're going to push that into that joint, right, and you're going to end up with stuff like that. The flux is now going to pull all the solders at that point, and you don't want that. So here's how to clean your joint up. Simple as this. Once you've pushed that together, just wipe all that excess flux away. Just clean it all up. That's all you have to do. No more slow-mos. Now we'll do this at full speed. Another little helpful tip. When you get hold of your solder, you don't want to do it with your fluxed up hands. Just bend that over so that you can touch the back of the copper pipe, the coldest point, and heat from this side. This 22, you actually have to try and move your gun around to try and heat this, to get the heat in this. But yeah, watch this. Another thing, I'm not really the person to be teaching apprentices, but definitely DIYers, a tip here, if you ever attempt to do this sort of stuff, you might see some plumbers now put a damp towel on it. I promise you, they don't do it straight away. You might think they're doing it straight away, but you're like going to increase your chances too high by now going shocking that with, let's say, definitely with a wet towel. You just want a damp towel, but personally, just leave it. Let that cool down in its own time, and then that's got a chance to shrink properly, bond properly, get a good tight grip, and then you've got nice good plumbing. And again, just to demonstrate this stuff, check this out. Look at that. Hours and hours and hours of sanding away with your wire wool and your strips, trying to make your joints look nice and neat. Or you can just buy, that is hot. There's another thing to watch out for, guys. Your flux, when it gets hot, is obviously all going to run and drip to the bottom, and you're going to end up with joints like that. Right, guys, if you ever find yourselves and you've got a knot like that, a big dirty snot, and you don't want it there, simple. Just like that, you can wipe it away. Obviously, you're never going to make it perfect, but you can just wipe it away like that. And check this out. That self-cleaning Flux is awesome, guys. And also an important note, that will now turn nasty and green, so don't ever leave it on the pipes. Just use it to clean it up and then move on. Right guys, and when I say use a damp cloth, I mean, look, if I put that there, it's not left a wet mark, is it? It's just damp. That snot has only moved further around. And I've got a bit on there. Now we can get some of this. There we go. And for context, anyone that wants to try some of this, if you're in the plumbing trade, that's the stuff. Highly recommend, guys. Right, and that's how you should do plumbing. Well, in all honesty, you should do it cleaner than that, but I don't do it enough. No excuse. Right, we're going to solder once more, and we're going to try and do the neatest joint we possibly can, and we're going to waste one of these. This is a 22 down to 15. Right, all in one big smooth action. We're going to clean the joint. Just going to check this. Lovely. Take our copper, mate. Mate, I've absolutely turned that into nylon now. No wonder that joint brush don't work on these now. Make sure it's clean. Ah, it won't go on. Why won't that go on? Right, that's a different kind. Turns out we're going to need a coupling joint. So this can go on there. Didn't need to clean the inside of that up. Let's just scuff the outside. That is way too much. I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to wipe away every single bit of that. I'm going to use a bit of a wet rag because I don't want to encourage that to go everywhere. Right, clean the joint up like that. Going to take our solder. Just going to bend that over slightly. Going to get that out of the way, get that out of the way. Let's go. And remember, I'm going to let this cool now. I'm not just about to go. Just about hold this now. And now without that copper, mate, I'm going to show you how hard it is to clean them joints up. How much work you have to put in. Look, I've still not cleaned it. Open that up a bit. It's close. Here we go. Now that, other than that little snot there, is what they call clean solder, clean soldering joint. I thought we'd check out full frame, so this is what this GoPro Hero 11 is capable of. I'm Charlie. This has been CP Carpentry. Bit of basic plumbing information to educate you, not encourage you. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the like button down here somewhere. Make sure you drop a comment and yeah, just give us your thoughts, give us some feedback, pretty please. I need to get back on doing the riddles, or we're going to start cracking jokes or something. Again, leave us some feedback, see what you guys want to hear. Cheers, peace, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Right, another day of editing. If you follow me on socials, you've seen I'm editing. Got a new method for these riddles. So I genuinely, this is the problem with them, so this is going to be the new method. I genuinely can't remember what I said to you guys last, so bear with, and I'm going to find out the answer, find out the question so I can give you the answer. It's not looking good. I can't find it. I think I asked you what is full of holes but gets wet. I think the answer's a sponge. Scrap the riddles. This is how we're going to do the riddles. I've got a good one for you. So, what 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add just 2 letters? This is good. And this is how we're going to do the riddles now. So I'm not going to cut this clip. You can pause it and think about this. Or, here comes the answer. The answer is short. Because all you have to do is add the 2 letters, E and R. Short. It's a good one. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Peace. I'll see you in the next one. Smash that like button, subscribe, stay tuned, comment, share the love. Bye. One last little question. I've unclipped everything off the GoPro, the mic, the mod and everything. Last little question. Do you fancy a live? Bank holiday weekend's coming up. Let us know in the comments. We have set up an outside tap for this customer. We've had a bit of a ball ache under this sink. It always gets airlocked, but we've got hot and we've got cold. Look at that.